can't argue with the complexity of learning the offensive playbook and learning the defensive playbook. It's obviously much more difficult to learn the offensive playbook. There's a reason why they're in their rooms. There's a reason why we're in our room. They soft.
So in other words,
fire back.
So in other words, on the whole, he might be right about the offensive player's intelligence. But for example, if you are an intelligent defensive player, you have that and the toughness.
I'm saying that they ask them to learn more complicated things. Doesn't mean that we can't. It's just not required of us. They don't ask them. Maybe one or two get in there. Hines Ward, maybe a guy like that, a big tough receiver. T.O., these type of guys. They might stick their nose in there, get dirty a little bit.
Keyshawn Johnson.
Yeah, did you?
No, I don't need
just happen to omit his name.
As I say, I don't need to justify my ability on the field.
Yeah, you were a physical tight end.
All you got to do is put it, all you got to do is hey, look. All you got to do is put it in the film.
That's it.
I don't need to.
Yes.
No,
physical.
I'm not gonna win a debate with Tom Brady about just about anything. So he can say what he wants. The man got all the championships. I don't care.
Defensive
See me in the
players,
streets though.
I played with one of the smartest defenders in the history of the NFL in both academic as well as on the field, and that would be Derrick Brooks, a guy who holds a master's degree. So I understand what Tom is saying. See ball, get ball. I get it 100%. But there are a handful of defensive players that are very smart.
I played with Ed Reed. Champ Bailey's the same way. There's lots of guys. So like I said,
there are some dudes.
Oh yeah,
I can't get right.
There are some guys where you just point and you be like, that guy get him. And we construct defenses around like we're not gonna make this dude think. We're gonna let him do his thing.
That the brown thing that he's carrying, follow that.
You did say handful. You say a handful.
Who are the better athletes?
Well, handful, yeah.
Who are the better athletes on offense or defense?
It's about the same. It's the same.
I think the difference
he
is
probably
the
could have played
line.
receiver. He probably can't catch. Is the thing. But he probably could have played receiver. But you got to be able to catch the football. And a lot of dudes that play defensive back can't. catch.
On the one hand, that's true. Maybe you need more skills. On the other hand, the defensive player has to follow that offensive player around.
He just
can we talk about? Can you catch?
Not at receiver level. No, I'm not going to sit up here and lie.
I'm
not going to sit up here and lie about that.
Ball skills, but at a certain level.
It's just about the time. So
Diggs can catch.
Yeah, he played receiver. When I came out of high school, there were a couple teams that wanted me to play receiver, and had I played receiver all the time, that changes you get accustomed to tracking the ball, get accustomed to catching the ball. As a DB, every time you catch the ball, it's a surprise. Unless you're at a top level cornerback where every time you step out there or safety that you might get the ball, when it comes on you, it's a shock. So turning up your hands, catching, that's a tough thing to do. But as far as athleticism is concerned, the defense I think is more athletic because you go down to the linemen. That's when the difference makes. There's not much. There's not much of a difference between receivers and corners, safeties and running backs and tight ends.
But the O-line, D-line,
But O-line, D-line, the athletes on D-line, and then you got a quarterback out there.
Way better athletes on D-line than is on O-line.
Quarterback ain't always an athlete either. So that drags down your average athleticism. So
then it also is what are we saying when we say athlete? Like the receiver who also has the ball skills and all that versus the DB who has to have the athletic ability to keep up with the dude who knows where he's going.
Defensive back, I could go get a guy right now that work down the street somewhere on South Seaport.
Don't you say it.
As long as he can run, I can make him a defensive back. Because all you got to be able to do is run.
Neek.
Smoke him if you got him.
Neek's eyes just opened as wide as they can this time of morning.
If you can run, and I got man-to-man, that's all I need. Follow that dude everywhere you go, man.
Get him, Neek. I'm going to have my oatmeal. You guys take the second.
I can't. There's nothing to argue with there. It's just so outrageous.
How so?
So
if you can run, you can play DB.
The ability to change directions and accelerate, that's not a dude off the street.
But we seen some stiff dudes play DB.
We seen some stiff dudes play DB, but they stiff for NFL stiff. You said you gonna go get a dude off the street
that can run. No, I said can run. I didn't say
that's the one requirement. He just has to be able to run.
Well, because so I'm gonna be a scout for Neek. For Domonique, he can run. We're not asking him to stick his head. When that tackle pull, no, I don't need him doing that. I need you to cover 19. Wherever he goes, you go. Okay? Mm-hmm. He can obviously change directions, but the unique thing for him is he got to be able to run. That's all I'm saying.
It separates people. I agree with you, but I think you also speaking from a point of a guy who was a number 1 overall pick, where they show up, you show up, and they're like, this man is special at this, you can do that. When you're not that, you got to stick your head in there. You got to do all the dirty work, or you are going home.
Yeah, but if you can run,
yeah, I mean it changes things. If you can run, they feel more confident and comfortable with you out there. But I mean, off the street.
I was disrespectful.
He gonna go get the dude.
I was gonna let you answer. I mean, off the street was the one phrase that really stood
I
out
don't
to
even
me.
know where to start.
Damn.
Hey, Max, you want to play? Can you run?
Nope, I cannot run. Nope.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, if you can run at world class, basically almost sprinter level,
But you'd be
and
surprised
also
at
be
the
tough
dudes,
enough.
You'd be surprised people that's out there that can run though.
Yeah,
You'd be surprised. Take off their shoes and get on the concrete.
Look at Domonique's size. Look at your size, Key. Yeah. So he also obviously has to be exceptionally tough.
I mean, it's just, you get different.
He gonna let me go around him and jump on my back.
Were you a pile inspector?
What's that?
Oh, this is my favorite football expression.
The pile inspector.
Were you just standing around?
Yeah.
Oh, no, you can't be, because the offensive linemen, They get bonuses.
One of them dudes that tackles and he run up on the tackle.
Yeah, I got you.
Get in there, he
Nah, I told you I couldn't be. I had to play safety for 6 games in Denver. I had to play the nickel. And you see my little self in there playing nickel. You know what they was doing? They was running the ball at me, and I stick my nose up in there.
He probably was more of a JOP guy, jumping on the pile to get the assist.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
You said watch the tape, so we can bring up that tape too.
He also was at Harvard, so he's smart enough maybe to jump on the pile in addition to everything else. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.